With much of America shut down, tonight the promise of progress. New COVID-19 blood test called Antibody tests could help get some Americans back to work. Dr. Margaret Zhang just took one in New York.
Having antibodies and knowing that I'm as immune as one could be to COVID right now makes me feel even more kind of inclined to serve.
UCLA began using its own version of antibody testing, focusing on thousands of medical workers.
How can we expect our health workforce to be protecting us if we're not doing everything that we can to protect them?
The concept is simple. If you've had COVID-19 and recovered, it's because of special antibodies in your immune system that have developed to fight it off, and those will likely protect you from future infection. In the case of medical workers, those with antibodies could become super soldiers in the fight against COVID-19.
I think that healthcare workers who know that they have antibodies will be able to go into to their work more confident that they're not going to be getting themselves sick or then passing this virus on to others around them.
Other tests are being given to the general public in Los Angeles as well. 64-year-old Deborah Presley had her finger pricked and blood drawn as part of a USC study. Within minutes, she learned she had antibodies to fight off coronavirus.
When you found out that you had the antibodies, what went through your mind?
I'm a caregiver and I go to different people's homes, and it's just such a relief because of now I can help other people.
Now dozens of labs all across the country are working on their own antibody tests. Last week, the Trump administration said they are working to make antibody testing free and widely available.
Starting with the next week or so, we'll be able to scale up the kind of antibody testing to give you a good feel for what the penetrance of the infection is. But you can start think about some aspect of getting back to normal without having tested everybody in the country, that's for sure.
But the FDA commissioner also warning not every antibody test is accurate.
No test is 100% perfect, but what we don't want are wildly inaccurate tests.
Then there are the diagnostic coronavirus tests, but all told, still less than 1% of the U.S. population has been tested. Just a fraction of what experts say is needed to get a clear sense of how many people may be infected. For now, making complete contact tracing still out of reach. Something authorities say is vital for stopping the virus's spread.
And Lester, tonight, even Apple and Google unveiling new plans for a voluntary app that would basically alert you if you've come into contact with a known carrier. Both companies stressing tonight that privacy is their top concern.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.